Hey, this video I'm about to show y'all is finna show you how we are programmed, we are asleep, we don't care, and many of us have given up on our families and communities. And the minute you go to talking like you have some sense and try to talk sense into people, they're gonna look at you crazy, talk you down, and come up with every excuse in the world on why we fail as a people. Everybody talk about the problem, no one's talking about the solution. And so we lose the game before we learn to play. And it's what we do to ourselves. We need to have many more of these talks and discussions on the things we do as a people, the things we do as a race. And it's up to you, the individual, to make those changes, learn your spending power, learn how to service humanity and serve your people, mature, develop, grow, each one teach one, and lead by an example. That's what we have to do. And I'm fixing to show you this video, and I'm going to show you how we let people come into our community and take our capital. When it comes to nail shops, when it comes to weave, when it comes to makeup and cosmetics, when it comes to selling us jewelry, when it comes to selling us something as simple as phone cases, we are put in a consumer's position, and that's what we do. Work, obey, consume, and die. That's our role. So check this video out. I'm fixing to show you guys on what's going on in my 90+% African American community. Watch this. Alright, Stone Chris. Alright, Stone Chris mom. Okay, 1, 2. 3, 4. So what number is this? 5? 6, 7. Exclusive jewelry. 8. All right, number 9. Number 9. 1. Okay, 1, 2. And we downstairs, guys. We downstairs. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. Check out some jewelry. 11. 12. 12 downstairs. So 9 upstairs and 12 upstairs. Hey man, a lot of time when I have these conversations pertaining to the black community, and when I say black community, meaning all of the above: Hebrew, Moorish, Hebrew Israelites, Moorish, Jamaican, Haitian, African, indigenous, so on and so forth, all of the above. When I make these videos and talk to the community or to my race, it's not to say that I'm anti-Asian, anti-white, anti-Espanol, Mexican, Latina, Latino, you get where I'm going. It's not that I'm anti those other races. It's to bring awareness on how we can be and how we are our own worst enemy, meaning the way we treat our communities, the way we treat each other, the level of service, in serving humanity. And crazy thing is, of the few communities we have in the state of Georgia, or should I say the few communities we have in the country, we're not doing the best job by pulling up by the bootstrap and serving our community. All right, one for, the lack of families, when it comes to the households, man and woman, and, again, it's one of those things when it comes to a community, meaning the homes and the businesses. Do we own the homes? Do we own the businesses to say we have a community? So I know deep inside we have to address our own issues and have these conversations amongst each other, to each other. We got to put it out there. I mean, when you look at the amount of money our women spend on beauty products, the amount of money we spend on beauty products, you would think that we own a lot of those weave brands, weave companies that are out there, and we don't. And this video you guys are fixing to view, if you haven't viewed it already, is a video I just made of, hold tight. So a video I just made of us going through Stonecrest, which is predominantly an African-American city right here in the state of Georgia, predominantly the wealthiest minority city in the state of Georgia. And Stonecrest Mall has 11 jewelry stores. In fact, wait a minute. Yeah, okay. So 12 jewelry stores on the bottom floor and 9 jewelry stores on the top floor. And you got to ask yourself, what do we need with all of these jewelry stores in the city of Stonecrest? That one mall has what? 21 doggone jewelry stores in that one mall. I must have counted at least 10 small businesses that are selling phone cases. 10 small businesses that are selling phone cases. 21 jewelry stores. Not to mention the ones that are outside of the mall like Jared. I'm saying this to say, in any other community, they wouldn't dare allow this. How many times have you gone to an Asian community and found 3 or more soul food restaurants? Even 1 soul food restaurant in Little China. Jamaican restaurants. How many of these doggone, how many other people allow, like how many do the whites allow this many jewelry stores to come in their upscale communities? Look at all the other races. Do they allow this in their communities? So a lot of times when we crying and whining about not having, we have between 1.2 to 2.2 trillion dollar spending power. And this is how we choose to spend our money. So when you look at the owners of the majority of those jewelry stores, I'm willing to bet you out of the 21 jewelry stores I counted, I'm gonna at least say one got to be black owned. Now it's a good chance I'm wrong, but out of the 21, I want to tell you right now, man, in fact, when you see the video, if I haven't played it first already, look at the people that are selling the jewelry. So yeah, man, the point I'm trying to make is either they think we all rappers, gangsters, or thugs, that they got to come to our community and sell us this type of jewelry. And guess what? The reason they here is because somebody's supporting it. Oh, we ain't got no money, we need well, reparations ain't got nothing to do with that, to be compensated for what happened to the ancestors, but at the end of the day, look at what we choose to do with our spending power. We don't know the beauty and the strength of our spending power. We don't know it. So these conversations have to be had in our communities. They have to be had. It's ridiculous. So you got the bulk of the men, young boys, spending their money on jewelry. That jewelry is not going to pay the bills. It's not going to pay the bills. You got our women, they spending money on beauty products. A lot of women, man, especially of just this year alone, I've read 3 cases where women have lost their lives, fixing up their bodies through surgery. So our women are convinced they ugly. There's no way. It's no freaking way. And we have to talk about this. Here I am. A scar on my face. I got moles on my face and chipped teeth, cavities, or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? And, that ain't, I'm confident and cool with who I am. I have to live for myself. But at the end of the day, when you spend that amount of money where you don't want to be seen without your fake lashes, you don't want to be seen without your weave, you don't want to be seen without your makeup, we got a huge problem. Houston, we got a huge problem. Atlanta, we got a huge problem. United States, we got a huge problem. Better yet, the world. Earth, we have a huge problem. This is how much money our women spend on weave, makeup, cosmetics, surgery, plastic surgery. Like, we gotta talk about this. We gotta talk about it. Something need to be done because, like I say, this vicious lie, this vicious BS is gonna pass down to our children. So we doing them a disservice. We're not helping. We have to talk about it amongst ourselves, and we have to address these issues. It's us. We are our own worst enemy, man. Book of Hosea, chapter 4, verse 6. We suffer from lack of knowledge. A lot of poor decision making. A lot of ignorance. That's our real enemy. Ignorance, lack of knowledge, poor decision making. That's what we're up against. See, and call ourselves kings and queens. This is not how kings and queens act. It's not how they conduct themselves. And then if you have something nice and you talk like you have sense, your own kind will probably label you bougie. Everybody, all of us not ratchet. We started out classy, Yeah, we built pyramids. Like, we great people. Always have been. We've gone away from it. We lost. And we have to check ourselves. That's what we have to do. But we, just keep pointing the finger and always by design, somebody put us in this boat. Let's just put it out there. We're the most powerful nation in the world. With the money that touches a lot of our hand, we have the power and the strength to pull ourselves up by the bootstrap and working together as a unit. We are not doing it. We are divided on so many levels. And when I say divided, you got people representing Christianity. You got people that represent Islam. You got people that represent the straight culture. You got people that represent the alphabet culture, LGBTQ+. You got people that represent thug life and doing knucklehead stuff. And you got people that represent doggone honest living. I'm going to pay taxes. I'm going to work 9 to 5. You got people that represent doggone Crips. You got people that represent blood. And the list go on. And I'm saying that to say that we are divided. Not enough of us coming together to say, you know what? For one great cause, let's set our differences aside. All right, you chose to be of the alphabet community. You chose and remain to be natural in the straight community. Okay, you represent Islam. Okay, you represent Christianity. But the real beast that we are up against when it comes to the powers that be, we have to set our differences aside. All right, and work together. Everybody point a finger. Well, you get with black people, you can't work with them. So that you just basically said don't do nothing. A lot of people make excuses. I say, you know what, we should just join the Black Achievement Fund, put our money together. That way we can have the capital to finance our liberation. And people just make excuses. Well, that's not going to work. Black people don't work together. Well, I don't want to do that because of this and this. But then would take their money and go and spend with the same people they saying oppressing them. They were going to support the same people that do not care about them and the same people that say is oppressing them. And then make excuses for why they shouldn't work together with their own people. The Black Achievement Fund. We are our own worst enemy on so many levels. Find all the excuses in the world. Point the finger and complain and murmur. It's us. It's us. And these conversations have to be had. Over and out.